Good afternoon, I am Adventure Argonaut. This is Rogue Trader, and I'm back to trading some rogues. We last time we killed all the cultists in the cathedral monastery, whatever the place is supposed to be, and but then I had to abruptly end the stream before we interviewed the tech priest who was being tortured. And today also, I I'll try to be able to get to 2 hours of streaming, but I have to go to a wedding later today. So yeah, I won't have that much time. But my streams are all functional, or at least look like they're functioning. So let's just load the game and let's play the game. Yeah. I'd rather be fighting cultists than going to a freaking wedding, but oh well. So where were we? Yeah, there was this thing. I have to empty the pockets first. And there's the torture tech priest. The cycles of the foreordained, there lurks a flow of worship. The tech priest body convulses, pain, plaintive creaks of binary prayers come from his vox. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Pascal studies the tech priest's face carefully. His vox system mounts in a tragic vibrato. Subject identified. This is not the blessed Amarnant. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Examine the tech priest. There are deep burns all over his flesh, and the skin around his augmetics is scarred. Blasphemous spells have been carved into his sacred iron, forming unholy litanies of scrap code. It is amazing how robust his tech priest's life support systems have proven to be in maintaining the spark of life in his grievously wounded body. Who are you, servant of Omnisia? The fire of the heart sent forth sparks. The name of this spark is Abel Hanuman. The tech priest looks over at Pascal for a brief moment. His speech becomes clear. The echo of my call has reached you. Good, the iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. What design? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Riken Minorities? What for? I categorically demand an answer. Pascal's voice rises to an intimidating howl, but the delirious tech priest doesn't seem to understand what he's saying. Ask him about Amarnat. You came here because of him, after all. No. The tech priest's weak voice grows stronger. He came because of himself. Myself? To redeem myself, to correct a mistake, possibly, but how do you? There is a look of gentle condescension in Abel's eyes. Strange given the circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for it is all predetermined by the iteration. Devastating coughing fit cuts him off, and you hear a clang of tearing metal from inside his chest. Okay, what design? An intention, both bold and honorable, to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension, a plan written so that the righteous may follow. I don't really know what they're talking about, what's going on here. And trust in the great pattern of revelation and uniform progression toward it. Pascal's voice is trembling with elation. Those are his words. I have not heard them in so very long. We can talk once we get him out of here. A cold premonition breaks the heart. Probabilities are dark and frightening. Rather, I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Pascal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood and sacred unguent staining his sleeves. His voice rasps soothingly. Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here. Do you know him, Pascal? The subject has not been identified and has no record in my catalog. Interrogation is impossible due to subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. They tried to take down tech priest crucified on the machine. As soon as you touch the tech priest's battered flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, "Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness, I heard their prayers. Find them, save them, recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration so that you may behold what is hidden." So, what is the hymn? Is it like the computer that was the puzzle? A blast of multiforce runs through the tech priest's body and his face contorts in a mocking grimace. Malfoy bin Heretic code repulsively jarring on his ears pours out of his vox. Information archive to the effect of the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to the Electropriest hiding place. Pascal responds with the dour rhythms of containment area. I don't note with my great sorrow that the cultist ritual has been partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is the grip of a schismatical and unholy imitation of a machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the tech exorcism protocol.
You are my next offering.
What is a schismatical? An ugly mockery of a noble machine spirit created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or a small clump of motive force falls under the archenemy's influence and degenerates into an abomination of this sort, one whose existence is an insult to the omniscience wisdom. We are, so we could choose to save him. Is iconoclast dogmatic? Is the, I guess, kill him? And heretical is not to do anything. I guess I should take iconoclast again because we already put on the disguises to try to save the guy, so to kill him now seems sort of counterproductive. Possessed man responds with a burst of repulsive laughter. Every now and then, a word or two of Gothic finds its way into binaric obscenities pouring out of his vox in what seem to be schismatical tentative forays into a language that is alien to it. His body convulses. His joints twist at unnatural angles with the sound of bursting steel couplings. As the possessed man thrashes about, his internal arithmetics emerge gradually through the hanging tatters of his flesh, as though an iron homunculus hidden inside the tech priest were trying to cast off the mate cocoon it no longer needed. Pascal's megadendrite extends a thin drilling needle. Sacred unguent glistens on it. A code purification area is heard as the needle sinks into the possessed tech priest's skull and touches his neural augmetic, forming an electric circuit with it. Extreme strain is visible on his face. Furious litanies pour out of his vox. Resound failure, requesting assistance. Okay, I guess tech use. Send the purifying charge of the motive force into the possessed man's body. May the machine god heal you. Succeed. Undaunted, you grab one of the severed cables and press it onto the tech priest's body, and a shock of formidable power shakes the possessed man. Machine oil gushes out from his mouth. His vox hisses deafeningly as the flow of motive force burns the corruption in his sacred iron. The overload destroys some of the circuit boards of his neural augmetic, resets his code, and erases the schismatical from existence. The tech priest's eyes roll up and he loses consciousness, crushed yet still alive and no longer in the thrall of corruption. With the utmost care, Pascal takes his body down from the mechanism and lays it on the floor. His stirring litanies of gratitude to the Omnisia echo through the hall. Rest. Tech brother, we will come back for you when we have done our duty to miraculous fusion reactor. Lord Captain, the Omnisia commands a pious mind to strive toward uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to the servant of the machine god. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engineer on your ship in exchange for the right to follow you and conduct my investigation. What if we say no? I don't like you. Well, I sort of like him, so
Heresy grows from idleness.
I wanna
You'll
hire
make
him
a
anyways.
suitable sacrifice.
Able. Despite all the sufferings he has endured, the tech priest is
No
still alive, so
fugitive.
unconscious.
To the dark powers.
Okay, so we still have to go solve the puzzle and stuff. Is the electric wall still up?
Glory be to the current of the motive force. May its dulcet light shine in our notheric coronas. May its vitality nourish our augments. May its purity wash over our imperatives and engrams.
Okay, does he now?
As I am aware, the monastery supplies power to several major hive.
Was it what he was just saying? Motive force? Let us fall with gratitude towards. I don't know. I don't know. Sure, something sacred charges power. So we can't ask. Where can we find the answer to this puzzle?
With each step,
Circular
I forge my
cogitator. Okay.
destiny among the stars.
Okay, the machine accepts the whatever, so we turned it on. What do we find here? Oh, what? They don't seem hostile, so are they goodies? They're just hiding here. Dar Impulse the Sixth, a shortish muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger, but right now he's showing no sign of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos, or electus, okay, that sounds so silly, show through his oddly bluish tinted skin. A tight bandage covers the man's eyes, yet he turns his face toward you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice not unlike a bird's cawing. May the charge of the Omnisia's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May their motive force persist in their batteries. Make the sign of the Aquila. The Emperor protects. The man responds curtly as if giving a military command. Omnisia knows all, comprehends all. The hallowed electrodynamic Genobium receives you, pilgrim. I, Dar Impulse the Sixth, a servant of the motive force and the praetor electroid of the sacred monastery. So polite, everybody's bowing. Pascal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of pinhammer signals comes from his box, to which the praetor responds with a solemn gesture of blessing. Pascal turns to you and says, "The rank of praetor electroid is a sign of high standing with the electro priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor. You have the honor of hosting the rogue trader of House von Valances. I urge you to follow proper etiquette when interacting with the eminent bearer of the sacred warrant. Within these walls, worldly idols are nothing before the motive force. Your deeds, however, speak far louder than titles, for your path here is sprayed with the blood of desecrators." Dar Impulse the Sixth, was it to you Was it not that Lodge's Abel came seeking an interpretation of this data trance? Yes, Tech Brother Abel arrived here to engage in a magnetic meditation that would help clarify his visions. Unfortunately, the Heretic's machinations prevented us from completing the ritual. The esteemed Lodges volunteered his help in defending the monastery, but contact with him was lost soon afterwards. Tell me about Lodges Abel. We did not speak much to each other. He preferred to devote his time to solitary reflections in this chapel. The Omnisia has given Tech Brother Abel a gift of great insight, which allows him to discern each individual facet of existence rather than the overall view. This makes his logic different from that of other people. His mind has always been able to combine facts and conclusions into harmonious wholes that were nothing short of beautiful. Many among my flock found his sermons poetic. What kind of visions was he receiving? The Omnisia's revelation was encrypted with great meticulousness, which indicates its great importance. Grasping it fully is beyond my ability, but a single touch was enough for me to realize the enormity of the secret concealed within. Or more exactly, the secret design, which was how the Tech Brother Abel referred to it. His mind had discerned in the world around him traces of some grand silence that he wished to comprehend. I have rescued him from the insurgents. I hope the Omnisia preserves Tech Brother Abel's life, that he may continue to comprehend the mysteries he has tapped in. I have a few questions about this place and the people in it. Truth is like light, blocking its path is criminal. Greater Electroid nods majestically. Wait, it's criminal to block the path of light? Like, hey, you're standing in front of, between me, the me and the window where the sun is shining in. Gonna shoot you. So, who are you? The hard-working servants and dwellers of this Cenobium, Electropriest of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Purple Scurry did us a great honor by entrusting into our care the sacred relic around which the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium was built. What precisely do you believe in? We have devoted ourselves to the worship of that aspect of machine god which is known as motive force. This the blessed divine spark that creates impetus in the universe. The Omnisia in his mercy gave the world the gift of motive force, and we follow its impulses in order to increase it, bring it to lay people, and protect it from unholy hands. The relic that this monastery protects provides the entire planet of Riken Minoris with the blessed motive force, and we, unworthy though we are glad to serve the ancient machine that dwells in this place. Tell me more about your relic. It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only through beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed essence. So it's like cold fusion reactor. So see, this universe is much better. There's no Epstein to suppress the development of cold fusion, unlike in our world. Anyway, and fear the might of the Omnisia. Its core was found 4,000 years ago and delivered to Riken Minoris by the holy warrior of faith, Lock Impulse, the first during one of his campaigns. Its sacred spark has not gone out for an instant, and the walls and power units of this Cenobium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant lay people, as well as protect them from its formidable might. Pascal keeps his solemn silence, but the quick clicking of his Megadrain right claw betrays his excitement at being so close to sacred Argonaut. You are not like the other members of the Adeptus Mechanicus I have met. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every Electropriest is given numerous electus that combine in a pleasant Voltiggeist circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. This our skin glows with its light, and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. Boil and melt. Okay. The Omnisia's tears is what we call this phenomenon, this dying away of unworthy flesh. As we shun the layperson's primitive means of looking at the world, we gain the ability to sense the motive force around us with our entire bodies. I understand everything. Yeah, totally. I am pleased to be the conductor of truth. Why are you calling me a pilgrim? Only those lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross the monastery's threshold. All other are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of Electro-Priest, but your intentions are good. If you were not seeking the omniscience wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find it. What happened here? How did you manage to survive? When the heretics descended in droves upon this Danubium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the omniscience warriors under a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defenders' sparks of purity. It was then that I ordered a few surviving brethren to retreat into the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge there, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in surreptitious ways. Alas, as far as my brethren's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat, for the task of taking back our abode still lay ahead of us. I must commend the skill with which your secret chambers are concealed. You hear a tinge of wounded pride in Heinrich's words, as if he is upset about failing to discover the Electro-Priest's shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. There was no point in losing more lives in the massacre that the cultists wrought. The leader of the heretics fought her way into the ark wherein dwells the miraculous fusion reaction. She is trying to desecrate the rite of operation with her unholy litany so that the relic may be corrupted and the world of Rykad minorities may perish in the fount of fire. But my brethren in their magnetic meditation are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands that the blasphemers enter. The praetor Electro nods towards his entranced comrades. This holy base will be protected against sacrilegious practices, I swear it. In the monastery, I was attacked by people who looked like the Electro-Priests. That is a lamentable mistake. We knew of no help that was on its way, but we were not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. You see that you are alive. I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. So they weren't actually cultists, they were just deaf. Okay. I wonder if you would have so touchingly mourned the Lord Captain's death, or if such sentiments would have been awoken by the sound of your void ship delivering a punitive strike from orbit. My enforcers and the governor's guards. No. You made the right decision when you chose to avoid combat and save yourselves. Yeah, because we get to kill them and get experience. Thank you, Pilgrim. It was not easy. Watching the unholy intruder stampede through the chambers of my temple, we all envied our brethren who had fallen before the sacraments began. I wish to get to the holy reactor. The Ark is hidden from Pilgrim's eyes, but consider the extraordinary circumstances of your visit to this monastery. I grant you that the hall that leads to the High Reliquary has been barred by the enemy, but I will open a secret path for you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, Pilgrim. We will pray for the security systems that they may refrain from punishing you for this intrusion. Requires dogmatic follow. The time has come to prove your loyalty to the Amnesia Creator. In the name of God of humanity, strengthen my numbers with a faithful eager to fulfill their duty so that they may only punish the blasphemers. Okay. Ooh, we got dogmatic from it. The Praetor stays silent for a long time. Finally, he lets out a deep sigh. Thank you, Pilgrim, for reminding me of our duty to humanity. I will send the Cenobium's warriors to your aid if that is what his warriors want me to do. So these guys are gonna join me. And we get something to loot. Alright. Can't we ask him about the code?
The divine watches over us.
Is it like further ahead, or do I have to explore more or something? Just gonna check online because I don't want to waste too much time on this. Okay. So the Omnisia, from whom the holy discharge springeth forth, let us fill our souls with gratitude towards the arcane key that closeth the circuit. May the unity of the sacred charge's power, immortal reason that created the spark. Verily so, a pilgrim who has learned our ways is worthy of the gifts of the enlightened. I wonder, like, where are we supposed to be actually finding this crap? There's probably somewhere some pinpointing visor grants plus 15 critical chance range attacks against enemies. Less than okay. Less than 50. No, not this. And arc rifle. Alright. Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, he doesn't
This
need.
is beyond me.
No, what here? So yeah, this is for sniping. Ranged attack, so it has to be somebody who actually uses guns. Right now we don't have many who use lots of guns. Well, I guess this is better, like he doesn't use much guns, but he has a gun. Sometimes might use it. Okay, how's this arc rifle? Is it the same weapon? Yeah. Is this one or two-handed? It's two-handed. Yeah. You know what? This last pistol has been really useless, and she has a melee weapon, so maybe she can use this. Alright. Okay. Alright, laddie. Let's get to the bowels of the monastery. No,
Let
here.
us walk this path to the end.
Save and see what we find. I hope it's not like, you know, too long of a dungeon or like a million fights. But I guess a little bit of fighting would be fun. Traitorous aid. Okay.
I'm still new to the art
Goods.
of exploring.
Ooh, hidden goods. Check those spider thingies. That nice, just some tubes and stuff. Is this the boss? Oh, that's Aurora. Okay, we're gonna face her already. The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a grotesque mask. But the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It is the husky somber bass of a void wolf, a border of ships. So it's like pirate, space pirate, void wolf. Never heard that term before. How predictable your path is, how static. All the possible deaths you have skirted, only to perish here in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask and glows. You have arrived just in time, little cog. The schismaticals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. Pascal's voice rasps musingly. I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up like a crimson herald of bloodshed, and his drilling mechadendrite whirs viciously as it readies to strike. The sacred cog grinds all corruption to dust. From the dust I will build order. Uh, what a talented enemy can you do the governance for? Okay. Silence, heretic, your crazed preaching will not touch my mind. Do you cling to your blindness so desperately? Do you think it will protect you from the blinding radiance of truth? The woman's voice breaks and shifts to different pitch and timbre. A martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time has. Uh, Time has all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door of the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in. A blind slave to what is gone, a faithful servant to what is to come, or a corpse. I would take some time to rest from the details of the future that the cult prophesies. Hopefully, when we are done, what's left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. Ah, Cassius squints and looks away. Yellows, reds, violets, oranges, blues, wild colors that scorch the eyes. But where the motley mask ends, nothing but a colorless void remains. Who are you? My name is known to you. I am Aurora, servant of Uralon the Cruel, spark of the final dawn that is destined to set Riken miners ablaze. So Uralon the Cruel is like the final boss. A great path for one who has born into the Imperium's bondage but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the edge of daybreak. Whose servant are you? Is Uralon a demon or just another heretic? Resounding laughter comes from behind the mask. Your flippancy is so amusing. Why, you have no inkling of the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom and who graciously bestowed us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from a time before we were slaves to our bitter predestination. Edge of Daybreak, is that your unholy patron? A teacher, a savior, a merciful God born in the immaterium out of the woes of those laboring under a legacy of ignorance and servitude. The woman's face is hidden behind the mask. There is a sharpness to her voice that convinces you that her face is contorted in a grimace. And he remembers you, Adolf Argonaut, when balances. Your little perch by fire, because we walked through the fire in the prologue. Your perch by fire will not make you invisible to the wearer of destinies. What is the final dawn? Is it all your followers ever talk about? Salvation from death, whose name is yet unknown, by whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will claim every inhabitant of the Coronis expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when cataclysms shake our homes and planet-wide genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help or the idol of iron they call the Omnisia? No, we will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the Edge of Daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to all who believe in him and purify the souls in the light of the final dawn. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? Everyone born in the Imperium has predestination. The soldier, the commoner, the administrative official, the technomat, the void rat, all are consigned to serve in the Golden Throne and then dying a grim death for its glory. The Imperium never thinks twice about treating people as exploitable and expendable. After all, they are the most easily replenished of all resources. Even your path is predestined, rogue trader. You will inevitably perish on your quest to expand humanity's domain, and your end will be particularly grim and ghastly. The fruits of your efforts will be enjoyed by others, eternal aristocrats who dwell on Mars, Sarah, and other safe worlds. Mars, also known as the Red Planet, is the first and greatest forge world of the Imperium of Man and the home world of Adeptus Mechanicus. Terra is, of course, Earth, the throne world of the Imperium of Man and the original homeworld of humanity and the God Emperor. They insist that it is the natural order of things, but that is a lie. It is an order that benefits them. Why are you blinding people? I guess you should ask these questions. You think they are blind? They see far more than you do. Through the reflections in a mirror blessed by the energies of the Immaterium, the Edge of Daybreak reveals to them visions of true existence and gives them glimpses of what is to come. The eyes lie. Our erstwhile masters have taught them to see only what is consistent with the lies they tell. The gift we give is that of true sight. The woman takes a glass prism out of the folds of her clothes and looks at you two with a mocking chuckle. The prism's bluish-pink sheen imparts itself on your retinas as though it had been ground into them. Guess what I see when I look at you? In that case, you should consider losing the eyes too, sister, because your visions are all wrong. My whispers are telling me something completely different about who dies here and now. I won't spoil the surprise, so let's just say it will come as quite a shock to you, Idra grins maliciously. Enough heretical talk. Conversations about truth always frighten the ignorant minds. Your people wanted my head. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as Conrad, marked you as a target. Your foiling of his plans sealed your death warrant. It is now a predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. I tried to blow out the reactor. I am lighting the spark of the final dawn. Sometimes the future revealed in the edge of daybreak visions is fragmented between the facets of possibility, and the view is unclear. I have glimpsed the importance of this place for what is to come, and I have solved the puzzle. The flash of purity will transform this world and bring it closer to the immaterium in which it will be reborn. False believers will perish in the fire, whilst the faithful will find the salvation in new form in it. Blah blah blah. You will never tame priest of this ancient noble machine, ignorant layperson. It does have a wild temper, but I have assistants who can help tame it. The woman nods casually toward the main electro-priest, whose hands are fixed to the control panels with steel stakes. One of the servants of the Omnisia cast a tortured glance at you, his voice trembling with horror. Blasphemous spirits have crawled under our skin and into our sacred iron. Take the motive force of our bodies, I implore you. We do not wish to offend the Omnisia with the sacrilegious our hands are committing. They resisted for a long time, but now their bodies and souls belong to the schismaticals. Line after line, the scrap code they produce will awaken the reactor's unyielding spirit as well, and it too will yearn to change for freedom. just one moment. Alright. Of course, dogmatic attack. In the name of the God Emperor, die, foul creature. The woman's voice becomes thin and brittle like that of an innocent child. Execute them in the name of the Edge of Daybreak. Dogmatic 3. The Electro Priest rips their hands off the command panels, rending their flesh in the stakes that pierce them. As their schismatically controlled bodies are imbued with the motive force radiance, all the unfortunates can do is scream in horror and plead for a swift death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. Willpower test succeeded. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name of the heretic keeps repeating. Edge of Daybreak digs into your hearing like a blade into defenseless flesh. Its sound is almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. 7 experience points. However, you manage to muster your strength and banish it from your mind. I wonder what happens if we fail. It's probably some malice for the battle, like a minus, or some, harmful effect. Or is it just like, oh, we turn to serve the ruinous powers? Okay, there's like a million gunners there. So she has some sort of force field. Does it mean that try to see? Okay, so there's like both sides have baddies. Can we, like, is she like a combatant? Yeah, we probably have to get rid of this force field somehow. Should we? Maybe we should actually have the people closer together in the beginning, so we can like use the effect to, what's that? Embrace and all that. I don't know. Now they're this one here. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Death to the weak.
Rounds until the reactor explodes. Oh, okay. So we are in a hurry. So wait, we cannot go up here? What are we supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to turn these things off? Are we supposed to kill everybody in 2 turns? I would appreciate some, basic information. I don't see anything. So we are Heinrichs. Let's use this.
For the throne's glory.
Yes, he can strengthen himself. Just leave, there's 2 baddies. Oh, that guy parried. Okay, that's his turn.
Death to non-believers.
Dead to the normies.
directive dictates.
'Cause I don't see like any like, you know, control panel. Switch off and we doesn't seem like we can go there, so I am a bit confused with all of this. Like what is going on?
Running binary code line. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Okay, he can go here. Wait, before we go, let's use...
And so shall it be done.
entrench. Okay, we're not gonna be entrenching right now. Can we shoot her? No. So I really don't... How do we...
Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my steps. The Emperor commands.
I don't know, shoot this guy.
Another step towards our ultimate victory. Rejoice in
I don't know, he's
service.
not in cover, but...
Yet iron knows no pain.
Of chaos. You don't frighten me.
Did they kill one of their own? It would seem so. Use charge.
Target well struck.
Ooh.
Violation of the firing pattern.
Wait, he shot Pascal in the back. Over penetration. Some shots are able to pierce enemies through and deal damage. Okay. Yeah.
Victory is imminent.
Oh wait, he can still shoot.
It will be done.
Okay, he took damage. Not dead though. Can we do anything? Like well, let's see if we... I don't think we're gonna be killing all the enemies in like 2 turns. We don't have enough attacks for all of that.
That is not my destiny. On it.
He's not dead, but he's on fire, so that's probably good.
Anything else?
And I'll
What?
switch this.
Was that you?
Doesn't...
Or
Didn't cause all hell to break loose. Let's see. Can we use how many enemies get hit by the lidless eye? 3. I
Battlefields
guess
are
that's
always
okay.
drowned in scarlet. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
We use this.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Should we use finest hour? Sure, let's give it to Abelard. He gets a new turn. Then guess we just have to
Indeed.
charge this guy. Anybody we can shoot? I guess not really. Too bad.
At your beck and call.
Alright. Let's go. Ah, no, she doesn't have any actions or anything. Now it's rounds until Reactor explodes 4. Why? Now it's what? Now it's 3?
I serve the ruinous.
What does? Why does it keep changing like that? Is it because we killed some like tech priest, evil tech priest? Maybe that's it. Maybe killing the electro priests reduces that. That's my current theory, at least.
Naturally.
Oh, come on, this guy just keeps parrying, that's not fair. I should have used sworn
For the
enemy.
throne's glory.
Now it's my sworn enemy. Like, what does this mean? Like, we can shoot him, but he's not taking damage. He has exploits, right? Okay, he did take damage, but not that much.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Okay, Argonaut. There should be like these red lines sort of pointing away from him, like if there's enemies within. Yeah, now. Okay, it does sort of show that there are enemies within shooting distance.
Actions will speak louder.
Nice.
I will not be deterred.
Here? Yes, there's. Okay, we can shoot
I won't suffer this.
this guy.
Rejoice.
Cultist gunner. Nice. I don't think there's many others. Yeah, I guess we have to kill those tech priests to gain more time. Abelard. Splat. Oh, he's still not dead. Let's use reckless. No. Yes.
I will do
Reckless
my duty.
strike. Hit him.
It will be done.
Ensure his
You
death.
target.
55. There's a gunner and an electro priest. If we use this, we get all aim.
Will
Okay,
rule
let's
the
see.
Stars themselves.
What? Oh, that guy is hiding, but we can. I guess we can attack him from here as well.
Follow my lead. Reduce to dust.
And then we can only shoot people.
Indeed. One fewer target.
We can't shoot anymore.
It will be done.
Okay. Send Idira. Yeah, there's nobody this way. There's the priest.
Anything else? On it.
He's not dead. Feel fine. Feel happy. Yeah, we can. Whatever. End her turn. Cassius, Kisson here. Use this. We can use it in Abelard, okay. Doesn't have many steps to left, but he can use charge and
Victory
charge
is
this guy.
imminent.
Abelard is the man. Okay, but he doesn't have any more AP or anything. Sure, Pascal, you get some voice of command. And this was got. Okay, let's get this guy.
Me?
Give this guy
You
a
insist,
temporary
Lord Captain?
wounds. Then.
Can I fall back now?
Oh, those guys are still up.
How
How?
dare you?
How dare you? This one guy. This guy, he refuses.
Let's see to it.
Let's try to kill him.
I'm done with this one.
Finally.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Oh, cannot use charge. It was 2. Whatever. And
Let's
you.
see to it.
Very
Yeah, now it's 4 rounds until they explodes. Let's go. Can he shoot anybody from here? Nope. Is there like any about this place? Probably not. No. Wish there was like some running function. Is there like a run button? I haven't noticed, and the game of course has, so you know, no attack, just run. Let's just move here. We can at least reload. Okay. Nice. Let's see.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. The Emperor commands.
The Emperor protects. Forceful strike.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
Just gonna. Good
Reduce the
enough.
dust.
Yeah, now it's 5 rounds until the explosion. How many? 3 enemies left, and they're all here. Let's see. This guy.
Ah, be gone.
Oh! Damn it. That didn't go well. I guess we're gonna keep it with it. Let's see. Is there a... There is a path here, so I guess we can just go forward with her.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Oh, I can actually shoot from there. Fine.
Athletically sound approach.
Was it miss? Alright.
I will do my duty.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, there's a blue horror there. Charge
I'll
into
put
it.
my psychic abilities to use. Nothing stands against me.
Nice. Strength.
For the throne's glory.
Yes, there's nobody to shoot. Right, can we actually go there next to him? Well, we will see. How long is this range? Oh, it can affect this guy, so...
Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Oh,
Body that corrupted
damn.
mind.
What? Let's see. We could shoot this guy. Sure.
My armor
Oh.
is contempt.
He still has many hit points left, so let's
May
use
my
this.
wrath be thy undoing. so it should. Actions will speak louder than words. And so shall it be done. I will not another step
Nice.
towards our ultimate victory.
Kill the demon thingy.
The Emperor commands.
Okay. And we can't quite charge that guy.
At your beck and call.
Oh damn it.
Indeed.
He's out of bullets. Oh, but he can still shoot.
Victory is in target well struck.
Nice hit. Cassia. Oh, is this like electrified and we take damage if we stand there, or is it just... No, it's this. Okay, it's not this ground, it's just up in the air. Pascal. Pascal the Rascal.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Request approved.
And she doesn't really have voice of command.
Do
I
not
know
dare
she's used
ask.
that. Whatever.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
So, I guess I can check the log. Somebody took the Electro Priest heals. Okay, so he healed. So and there's only one enemy left. Or well, let's see what happens with Aurora once we kill the last guy. We can't charge here. Well, how about here?
I won't object to it.
Could try to shoot this guy, but will anything hit? Actually, no. No, we can shoot. Okay, we can't really shoot him. Can we make him into a sworn enemy? No, we can't really see him. Give this. Hey, you other better sword guy. You can do it. I can't. I suck. So useless in this mission because he's so slow. I'm seriously considering getting him some talent to increase his movement. Is there like any here? Could we... Oh. We have the run ability, so I guess let's go here.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Well, we can't run very far or fast. Then I guess reload, even though not missing many bullets. Okay, finally Abelard, our MVP.
At your beck and
He's
call.
usually just the MVP, like he tanks damage, he does damage,
I will
he's
do my
used
duty.
special attack.
Indeed. One
fewer targets.
We did it. Enough! Now an aged, rattling voice speaks to you from behind the bloodstained mask. You are powerless to halt the approach of what is to come. I see a crimson trail leading humanity to its doom. I see the glow of the final dawn, and that means the existence has made a choice. A dagger flashes in Aurora's hand. She drives it into the control panel with all her strength. Now you will see it too. A blinding voltaic arc bursts forth from the broken control panel and strikes at Aurora's uncanny mask. Its metal heats up as smoke billows through the bars. With a howl, the cultist collapses. The light is gone. Was that it? Final dawn. Why was it so different from what our teacher promised? Aurora shakes her head blindly. Her voice is now the voice of an ordinary middle-aged woman, frightened and in pain. You will pay for this, you will you. The woman's body goes limp and collapses to the floor. Her iron mask hits the ground with a dull thud. So we didn't even get to kill the final boss of this dungeon ourselves. We got 112 experience. That's nice. Pascal examines the corpse with contempt and concludes dryly, confirming purgation and termination. Heinrich grimaces in disgust. The heretic took her secrets with her pity. The motley hues have rejected her, leaving only a grayish-green thread, the noose that the heretic put around her own neck. I have seen this many times before. No can escape fear itself. I said it would come as a shock to her, didn't I? Her eyes literally sparkled with astonishment. Idera's smug grin gives way to an expression of concern. That said, my friends from behind the door won't calm down. They keep sneering and guffawing as if the joke's on us, not her. Heinrich approaches Aurora's body and leans over it. A minute, please, Adolf Argonaut. I need to know more than a minute. Laura Xenos. Inspect the control panel damaged by Aurora, I guess. Test succeeded. The cogitator is probably well beyond repair, but your attention is drawn away from the sacred machine and towards the dagger sticking out of the control panel. On a closer inspection, it turns out to be the lavishly decorated handguard of a sword whose blade has been pried out. Its pommel is decorated with a strange adornment resembling an eye covered with a scaled lid. What remains of the blade has a blue sheen to it. It's the same tint as Conrad's weapon during the mutiny on your warship. We get 7 experience. This is no human-made object. It was grown from wraith bone, a material favored by the Eldari, so the Elders, basically space elves, an ancient and highly advanced alien race that once dominated the galaxy. So wait, was she manipulated by the Eldars? As you lean over the shard, you suddenly hear a multitude of voices. They blend together and individual words are distorted, as though they are mocking your attempts to grasp their meaning. The nagging whisper is like burning red scratch of an unholy claw upon your mind. Of course, dogmatic. Heinrich, take a look over here. Is this by any chance what you're looking for? Heinrich raises his head, gets up, and makes a face as he carefully examines Aurora's weapon. This unholy object is the work of inhuman hands, and judging by the code I am sensing, it is a tool of the archenemy. I am most grateful for your vigilance, Adolf Argonaut. Heinrich takes the strange shard out of the control panel and studies it for a few seconds. Curious, Heinrich stows the corrupted object away and turns to you. Rogue trader, on behalf of the Holy Ordos, I thank you for your cooperation and release you from your requisition. From this moment on, I am at your service. I am ready to come aboard your ship and head for Footfall as soon as you deem it possible. That is, if you do not have other business in this system, in which case I am prepared to assist you in its prompt resolution. Remove her mask. It might be a mistake, but I'm curious. The iron helmet is firmly attached to the heretic's flesh. Her face is impossible to make out in the darkness behind the bars of her mask. But after peering at it for a little longer than necessary, you wonder if for a moment you saw something move. Let's finish cleansing the monastery. Pascal. Executing, let the omnisia given motive force flow and all obstacles in its path be eradicated. So, it's gonna be like a pulse that destroys everything. Okay, well, where are we now? Okay, we are here. To save. You know, if we step into a trap that blows up the building, I don't have to do the fight again. Least obvious there should be loot here, right? Oh yeah, let's loot her first. Blasphemous prism. A glass prism crafted by the cultists of the Final Dawn. It belonged to their leader, Aurora. If you look through it long enough, your vision begins to deceive your mind, showing what could be instead. Or this Heretic trophies cargo. Avenger gauntlets. All attacks of opportunity deal an additional +4 damage. Ooh, okay. Who here doesn't have any gloves? She doesn't, but I don't. Well, this guy, I guess, he might actually use the gauntlets. Where the fuck are they, though? Okay, here. And maybe. I don't think we're gonna get into a fight right now, so maybe the persuasion is gonna be more useful to him than the sniper bonuses or critical hit, whatever. Random garbage.
Let the faith guide my path to glory. Blessed is Von
No,
Felicia's
I wanted to
bloodline.
click on the body, not the guy. Alright, that's everything. Actual priest. Both of the priests survived. Hey, I'm so good. May the motive force persist in the batteries of the righteous. Okay. Fine, let's do some level ups. So that's the last stat raise of this level, right? Let's get some perception. I'm still not sure what exactly it affects, but it probably affects something. Fleet combat training. Wait, a Navy officer scores a critical hit. Well, that's actually. I know with their primary melee. Yeah, no, we don't use melee much with that guy. All allies affected by brace for impact gain an extra turn and. Let's get these. Guess somebody should take it. Mr. Warrior, man. Toughness? Let's get toughness. And yeah, I think carouse. He's gonna be so good at getting drunk. Joint analysis. I don't know. The tech priest has this skill already. Creates an area that lasts until the start of cycles next to an allies within the area gain plus 8 dodge, but 8%. Dodge chance cannot be less than 11. Prescience. Target gains plus 8 intelligence, perception, fellowship, willpower until the end of combat. How does fellowship help in combat? Dominate. Yeah, they just want to go close to the Psyker, but I don't know if that's gonna be so good. Okay, this is sensory deprivation, can blind somebody. Ooh, Firestorm. The psychic power can only target creatures suffering from warp, burn, or burning. If the target is an ally, the psychic power deals no damage to it. Everyone adjacent to the target, both allies and enemies, suffers the effects of ignite psychic power. It's this orchestrate flames. Target does not stop burning and no longer makes tests to stop burning. Additionally, if the target is an ally, every melee attack that the ally makes inflicts full burning damage on targets of their attacks. But they suffer half of the burning damage. I don't know. It doesn't sound that cool, but let's try Firestorm. Fatebringer. Oh yeah, there was Psychic Barrage. Yeah, so enemies that are more than 6 cells farther from the Psycho get more damage. Yeah, sure. Let's just take that. Willpower. Athletics. We already have, so we cannot, yeah, we can't get it. We already have that feature. So Carouse. It's the Lord Xenos. Oh, Argonaut's Lord Xenos isn't that good. Pascals. What about Medicaid? Just Lord Xenos. What's this? Precise attack. For the next attack against the target effectively unexploited, the target's cover efficiency and block will be reduced by blah blah blah. This attack will have something. Intimidation, that sounds like fun. Operative's next non-area attack inflicts the intimidated effect on the first target hit by the attack and all enemies in 5 cell radius. Damage dealt by intimidated enemies is reduced by -6% until the operative's next turn. The negative effect is doubled for enemies with less than 15% armor. Let's take that, it sounds like fun. Fires of the Forge. Pascal gains 5 movement points in the first round of combat. Every successful melee attack grants Pascal +2 movement Let's take that. He needs movement. Air of Authority. Officer increases allies' resolve by 4 until end of combat. If the target is under effect of Force of Command, they will start their turn with 1 actual action point. Sure. Lord Augury. So enemies damaged by the Navigator suffer more damage from any sort of warp damage. Can we like get more warp attacks? Whenever the Navigator uses Navigator power, veil degradation is reduced by -1. Undammed Sea of Souls. While under the effects of any Navigator power, enemies have their armor reduced by -11. Reduction is increased by devastating parameter of the Navigator staff but does not stack. Under my protection, all allies that are targeted by the Navigator's abilities gain +5. To resistance tests against warp effects caused by demon, psychic powers, Navigator powers on the end of combat. Okay, let's try it. And can we now return to the ship? Leveled again.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
We are bound by the blood of my bumhole. Where's the... Oh, Dar Impulse the 6th. Hello, Electrodynamic Cenebian Great Savior. So, what do our quests... Starport. Okay, guarded shuttle is ready to transport the Lord Captain to the void ship. Yeah, so we just should go back. Crew losses suffered during the cultist raid can be remedied on Reactor minorities, but how? Like we asked the governor about it, and he promised to give us something, but like how do we actually get the stuff that he promised? Do we have to remind him?
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Or do we have to go back later after some other quests or something? F. Oh yeah, there were these guys here. Some random guys. Okay. Return to void ship. Is there gonna be some nasty surprise up there? So what's going on?
Rogue Trader. I was somewhat brusque at our first meeting, and I would like to make up for it by expressing my thanks for your assistance in the electrodynamic Cenobium. Your arrival could not have come at a better time. Thanks to you, I have succeeded in finding the object that brought me to this system in the first place. Now that the weapon of corruption has been seized from the cult, I can satisfy the Lord Inquisitor's wish and travel with you to Footfall, once you have finished your business on Reactor. There is one more thing. The Lord Inquisitor gave me this item some time ago. He must have thought it likely that I would find myself aboard this vessel sooner than he. I was instructed to deliver this device to Lady Theodora. However, given recent events, I believe I ought to present it to you. This is an elucidator, a sacred machine capable of translating the languages of remote and lost worlds into Low Gothic. It can even process Xenos languages to a certain degree. Not without infelicities, but possibly well.
So I guess that means we're gonna be meeting Eldars or something soon. Be honest, Van Calox, it is some kind of tracking device.
Certainly not. The Elucidator is such a rare and complex creation of the Omnissiah that neither I nor any of my colleagues would dream of compromising its integrity. If you wish, have your tech priests confirm that there are no listening devices inside.
What do you plan to do now?
I would like to offer my assistance in resolving your immediate problems. I am aware that the ship suffered considerable losses during the recent mutiny and was damaged by the cultists' actions, and you have lost many valuable officers as well. You are in a difficult situation. I am at your disposal.
What do you think will become of the electrodynamic Cenobium?
It all depends on the electro-priests who survived the attack. Fortunately for them, the cultists did not manage to seriously corrupt the holy site, partly thanks to the priesthood's efforts. Nevertheless, I would not be surprised if the local explorator fleet decides to audit and purge the damaged units once it hears about what has happened.
I must return to my duties.
I would like to offer my
Oops,
assistance
wrong
in
button.
resolving...
Okay. Hendrix is about to say something else when he is interrupted by the sound of a Vox signal. Someone is trying to contact you.
Thank you for your time. Please consider me at your complete disposal while I am aboard your vessel.
Congratulations on the victory, Your Lordship. The entire vessel was impatiently waiting news of your expedition's success. The rumors about you not simply saving the Tech Priest Monastery but actually eliminating the source of the mutiny are spreading like wildfire. The Vox transmissions from across the world speak of nothing else. Governor Medina is expecting you at his command center to discuss matters. We are ready to depart immediately. Just give the order. This link your account. Yeah, not gonna do that. Thingamabobs. Let's go to the bridge and okay, let's talk if there's like some private stuff. Hendrix looks at you, his head tilted or intently. I know nothing about you, Heinrich. Could you tell me a little about yourself?
I'm usually the one interested in the pasts of those around me, not the reverse. I come from a night world, Guizorn 3. I belong to a branch of one of the noble houses until my exceptional abilities were discovered. After that, I was sent on a black ship to Holy Terra, where I was trained and I began my service for the glory of the Imperium.
Do you remember your home planet?
I do, but I have no ties to my homeworld now. None except my first name. I left Guizorn 3 when I was still a child. My family disowned me, stripping me of my family name. I was given a new one by those who trained me. Even for a noble, being branded a psyker is a mark of eternal shame. I experienced that firsthand before I was put on the black ship.
How did you discover your abilities?
Like many psychers unaware of their curse, I found out when a strong emotional reaction triggered an involuntary response. My great aunt had a pet grink. One day, it bit me, and I boiled it from inside out. And when my great aunt slapped me for what I'd done, I boiled her too.
Oops. What is a green? Is it like a lizard or something? Or doggy? Sorcerer's powers are truly dangerous. I hope you have mastered your abilities since then.
When I arrived on Holy Terra and was tested, I was found to be suitable material for becoming a sanctioned psyker, able to bend his curse to his own will. I can assure you that the adepts of the Astra Telepathica were right in their assessment.
Tell me about the Black Ship.
Picture a vast prison ship, filled with frightened, angry psychers who can't control their abilities and who have just lost their homes and their families. Some of them were children and adolescents like I was. Some were monstrous creatures who no longer had the right to be called human, or psychopaths who reveled in their impure powers. Once, when one of the miscreants broke free, those in command simply depressurized the bay and got rid of the culprit, along with the prisoners and crew tainted by him. But even after that, I heard the echo of inhuman suffering and terror that filled that part of the ship. It grieves me to recall that episode to this day.
You were sent to the Inquisition straight after training?
No. First, I was accorded the status of a psyker fit for service in the Imperial Guard, where I then spent several years. It was only afterward that I became an agent of the Golden Throne.
Heinrich stops there, clearly not intending to elaborate further. Okay, let's talk about something else. How long have you served in the Inquisition?
Since the day of my initiation as an acolyte. So, decades. How many real years it's been, it's hard to say. When I return from a journey through the warp, I often discover that much more or much less time has passed in real space.
You visited many worlds during your service, Alventia.
Indeed. I have visited many of the places brought to the Emperor's light, and those sullied by the filth of the archenemy. In truth, even after all these years spent visiting the various corners of the Imperium and looking beyond its borders, I still consider the Segmentum Solar to be the greatest of all humanity's bastions. Nothing compares to the majesty of Holy Terra, the might of Mars, the grandeur of the Segment's other worlds.
What duties have you been carrying out for the Inquisitor? For the Inquisitor? Not the Inquisition, whatever.
You can't really be expecting me to answer that question, can you?
For someone who's been in service for decades, you certainly look young.
The first step for biomancers such as myself is to take control of the processes of their own body, including aging. I've endured innumerable hazards in my work. If I allowed every trace of them to remain, I would look completely different today.
Let's change the subject.
Gladly.
You're not the Inquisitor's only acolyte, correct?
Of course not. The Lord Inquisitor's entourage comprises dozens of people. The best of the best. Experts in various fields and disciplines. Some of them I know personally. Others I've never met. To be honest, I'm not even certain that the people I know are still alive. I used to work with other acolytes of the Lord Inquisitor, but in the Coronis Expanse, I have been working alone.
Wandering among the stars without family or friends, don't you get lonely?
I rarely have the time or the opportunity to think about it.
If you're an interrogator, does that mean that you hold a special position in the retinue?
We are not a retinue. We are acolytes. As for your question, I am closer than anyone else to the one I call my personal teacher. The Lord Inquisitor deemed me worthy of undertaking the most important and sensitive tasks requiring the attention of agents of the Golden Throne.
Are there other acolytes in the coroner's expanse? Interrogator narrows his eyes at you and releases a disappointed sigh. After several seconds of silence, you realize that you will not be getting an answer.
Such as?
What can you do as a psyker?
The Lord Inquisitor was most insistent that I master the discipline of Santic Demonology. I use my faith and my power to crush the enemies of the Imperium. Servants of Chaos tremble at the sound of the Emperor's name, uttered by my lips. I am also a skilled biomancer. I can manipulate bodily processes. Sometimes I resort to those skills in the course of my work, when it is necessary to make the subject of an interrogation more cooperative.
I want you to leave my retinue, my seat. No, I don't want him to leave. I must take my leave. Henrik politely inclines his head in response. I wonder, like, is there any purpose to, like, kicking out party members? Like, is it like, you know, it's gonna prevent some harmful event from happening in the future? Or is it just like, well, you know, if you really want to get rid of, you really hate the guy, you're gonna get rid of him? Or maybe if you try to get rid of him, he's gonna say like, no, I'm gonna leave because I like it here. I guess it's good if there's freedom of choice and all that. Fine, fight of the navigator. But I guess I should end the stream here. I should start preparing to go to the wedding, and yeah. So alas, have to go see the governor next time. But I am Adventure Argonaut. I thank you for watching and bye bye.